What it do? What's up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. Hold on, let me go ahead and hit this on reverse real fast. All right. Hey everybody, your girl G here. Like I said, welcome back to my channel. Y'all know what time it is. Your girl's coming over here to chat while I run the errands, okay? It honestly wasn't too much, y'all. Not gonna lie, it's been a little parched lately, a little dry. The celebrities, I guess, is saying we need to get our shit together, all right? Well, not everybody. We gonna talk about the few people who still out here, you know, living reckless, and doing stupid for the internet to see. So I just wanted to come and talk to y'all, about a few folks, Christina Mackey, Draya, Epps, you know, because I didn't get a chance to really speak on them, during like the last couple of, you know, days or whatever. So real fast, I'm gonna touch on Christina Mackey, Miss Boots. Oh, Miss Boots, Christina Mackey, you know, we tried to tell you, girl, don't you be speaking your place in a man's you know, life unless he's speaking it for you. Hold on, you guys, this is kind of drooping. Let me fix this. Okay, y'all hold up just a second. I don't want y'all hanging down. There we go, that's a little bit better. But yeah, Miss Christina Mackey, we tried to say, like, what's that saying, when you overplay your role in somebody's life, and that's what it was given, ma'am. You know, you was over there Taco Tuesdaying it up, hamburger helping it up, and it still, you know, didn't get you nowhere. It still didn't get you, as you say, something different. You know, what they have wasn't this. And everybody in the comments was like, girl, we're telling you, we seen this before, okay? We see Rick Ross do this shit before. You are not the first one, ma'am. But you know what? I'm not gonna totally just, you know, revel in her. You know, not completely, at least. I'm not gonna completely revel in her heartbrokenness. That girl was at the gym, and all of a sudden a Rick Ross song came on, and baby, she did not know what to do. Her poor little heart cracked, okay? Cracked under pressure. Let me open these windows a little bit. Yes, baby, Miss Baby cracked and literally ended her live on the first two words, the first two lyrics of the goddamn song. Baby just cut the live, okay? And it just had everybody feeling like, girl, we tried to tell you. But that's what these niggas do. They go after the young girls that are naive and haven't experienced things before and don't know what manipulation looks like, don't know what gaslighting is, don't know, you know, how to, you know, protect themselves from the lavishness of being with a rich, okay? As, what's that girl that was with Cam Newton? Jasmine. She was like, oh, you know, da-da-da, I would never. And she was like, well, you ain't never had them, you know, put that pressure on you. And it's like, okay, like, okay, so he's spending money on you, and then what? You ain't even got no ring, and you take care of all 6 of his kids, ma'am. So, like, are you really doing something? Like, this is what we mean, like, overplaying your role in somebody's life. Because, ma'am, he was engaged to an old girl who had 4 kids, and she ain't even get a ring. So, it's just kind of like, women, y'all gonna have to stop, you know, making yourself, you know, somebody in a man's life and putting yourself on a pedestal that he didn't put you on. So, you know, I think Christina, what is she, like 23? I think 23, 24. And so, you know, it's to be expected. They pick the youngins because, like I said, they inexperienced. And, you know, the older women who are sitting there waving the red flags and, you know, with the flashing signs like, U-turn, wrong road, wrong road. We just the old bitter hags who lonely and go die alone with cats. You know, we don't know nothing. We just jealous, you know. But I do know what was happening behind the scenes probably was Rick Ross feeding her head. he probably was telling her a whole bunch of stuff, because men also get off on making women look like fools. It's like an ego boost to them. It does something, you know, in the group chat of the men to make a woman look stupid, okay? Or to show how much a woman is willing to go through to be with you. That boosts the man's ego. So I, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, definitely think behind the scenes Rick Ross was telling her all of the things that she was saying. All of the, oh, you know, this, I can hear, man, baby, you know, this, what they got ain't what we got. With his Rick Ross deep ass voice. What they got, you know, what we got, they ain't got, baby. We gonna take over the world. Don't worry about that. You sensational. Girl, you know, I'ma be with you, okay? Rich MMG forever, you know? Baby, we gonna be the biggest and brightest. Like, I can hear it. All while his big ass is laying on that. Who sleeps with Rick Ross? Who literally sleeps with Rick Ross? He literally looks like an overripe avocado. Like, and built like one too. Like, I just don't understand how y'all be letting these bitches crawl on top of you. The girl, Christina, like I said, you know, it's a learning lesson, you know. You gotta get your heart broke every once in a while. So hopefully, you know, she learns this, you know, learn from this, as Tyra said. Hopefully she learns from this. And, you know, maybe start listening to the old lady under the tree, you know, old wise lady under the tree with her tips. Because the old ladies ain't bitter and, you know, just, oh, alone and single, want you to be single. They really are telling you something, y'all. Sorry, I had to hit my brake. They really are trying to tell y'all something, y'all. So, speaking of another woman, now, she ain't young, but that she got pregnant by is, okay? This is what happens when manipulation goes the opposite direction. See, Rick Ross found him a youngin', and so, guess what? Miss Draya found her a youngin', okay? As I like to say, the young Thundercats, all right? Draya, y'all know she, 40, what? I think she 40. Hold on, y'all. This thing keeps, I don't like how it's drooping. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, Draya, but she like 40, and the boy she got pregnant by, y'all, is 21, 22. Immediately, and then I think from what I heard, I think he has like one of the largest like contracts or something, like for a new rookie or something like that. So Draya knew what was up. Draya been in this game for a long time, all right? She been Brittany Renner before Brittany Renner, you know, she walked so Brittany Renner could run. Let's just put it that way. So Draya been knew what's up, and you know, we are those type of women who are in the industry and kind of are those, you know, I don't want to say bucket list, but you know, the dudes who they see the women that before they have money or before they get into the industry that they, you know, dream of having, that only money and access will give them, you know, her. And you get women like, you know, the Draya Michelles and things like that, that come into your life. And he I guess he fell in it, okay? He fell in the coochie and did not come back out, all right? And because you couldn't pull back out of it, sir, what's my favorite line from Bernie Mac? Ding dong, baby. Okay, baby. And then Draya, I guess she tried to like soften the blow by announcing the pregnancy on International Women's Day. I guess feeling like that was gonna make it not be as bad. But no, girl, people still lit you up, because at the end of the day, girl, you 40. This man 21, 22, okay? And we're not gonna sit here and act like, you know, as they say, like, oh, you know, these basketball players can't be preyed upon either. Now, see, here's the thing about being preyed upon. these basketball players are already very much aware of what comes with being an NBA player. Already. They know when the money and the contract is signed, the hoes come out, all right? Point blank period. And I can't be mad at them. Like, y'all dumb enough to sleep with them without a condom. Like, who really is the problem here? Y'all really be willing to go out here and F women with no condom on, and then you mad that now you get taken to court for child support. Bro, that was on you. Nobody else is in charge of keeping your legacy and keeping your money in your pocket but you. So then to sit there and be like, oh, she trapped me. No, you trapped yourself. You trapped yourself. Let's be honest. You trapped yourself because you didn't want to put on a condom. And then when they don't want to put on the condom, they put the responsibility on the woman. Per usual, the responsibility is always on the woman. And the responsibility on the woman is, oh, you take the plan B. Oh, you go get the abortion, okay? You go to the clinic and handle it. It's always on the woman. But see, then when she don't comply and, do what you said, and you give her $300 to go to the clinic, and she don't, now all of a sudden you want to be mad. No, big homie. Look in the mirror. Who else is there to blame but you? You knew what was up. And so, of course, people looking at Draya like, I mean, I don't want to say she's a predator, but she definitely had predatorial tendencies. She took advantage of him. She took advantage because at the end of the day, Draya, she, I don't know, she has like her bathing suit line and things like that. And, after Basketball Wives, and then also losing Savage Fenty, we don't know what the money's looking like. We don't know what situation she's had. If there's anything we learned, these celebrities ain't really got it like that. They out here being faking and finessing. So her bathing suit line cannot be selling as much. We don't know. But if there's anything that we can depend upon, it's for a nigga to go dumb over some pussy. That is it. If there is anything that a man is gonna do, is not put a condom on. You ain't even gotta tell them, oh, you ain't gotta wear a condom. They don't even have it on them. That's the problem. They don't even have it on them. And then look at the woman sideways when she pull one out like you a hoe or something. Do you not see all the STDs going on out here? All the transmitted diseases that's going around because women in, monogamous relationships, so they thought going to the clinic and finding out they burning, but only been sleeping with one man for the past 8 years. Could you imagine? And all because they just don't want to wrap it up, or better yet, not have sex with other women. But nonetheless, Draya, I give it about, let's see, what she do probably in a couple of months, 3, 4, 5 months. So maybe by the end of the year, we'll start seeing, the court documents. Oh, Draya Michelle files for child support, $10,000 a month. She may pull what's that one that got with Tristan? That was from Houston. See, she was smart. Y'all see how she moved from Texas to LA real fast before that baby was born? She said, let me get to LA where the cost of living is high, all right? And y'all want to be mad at the women, but no, be mad at yourselves. Be mad at yourselves because you knew better. And a lot of times too, men, as y'all clearly, don't want to say out loud, is a lot of times when y'all be thinking about babies, y'all don't think of a child as your responsibility anyways. So it's like, well, damn, I ain't got to be the one to take care of it anyways. That's literally how y'all view kids. Like, it's the woman's job. No, it's both of our job. And that's really the problem of why there's a lot of absentee fathers, because y'all don't feel like raising kids is your responsibility. So much so that when a lot of you men are watching your own kids, y'all quite literally call it babysitting. It be dudes out here with their own kids talking about, I'm babysitting. What? Really? And then if they co-parenting, oh Lord, and then the woman done left them and the woman left them, Oh, talk about hurt. Talk about, oh, I ain't watching the kids, so you can go out there and get you some OD because you mad that I left you. Like, these dudes is out here just deplorable, okay? But I mean, in the famous words of Snoop Dogg, she saw a sucker, she licked it. Like, what you want the women to do if y'all dumb enough to put yourself in that situation? Granted, like I said, he's 22, so you know he wasn't ready for that old cougar puss, okay? She had that, what Evelyn say? I got that A1, okay? She got that A1 between her legs. Evelyn really was on national TV patting her coochie. Boy, I tell you, Evelyn lost it when Chaucinco wanted me. Boy, that's it. Evelyn threw the motherfucking roof, okay? But yeah, you know, Draya, she said, I got the Evelyn Lozada, bitch. I'm patting this old coochie, this old wild cat, all right? So last but not least, y'all, Mike Epps, Draya girl, you ain't slick, hoe. We see you. But go ahead then. Don't be mad when he ain't showing up. Don't be mad. You know, I'm not giving excuses because that damn sure is not what I'm doing. He definitely need to be there for the kid. But we just know how these things go, because if there's anything that we should start doing is learn to believe men when they're doing the things that they're doing. If there's anything that we should do as women, is trust men to be who they are conditioned to be. Trust men to be who they are programmed to be, because majority of them are not going to fight it, or aka reject the programming. Shout out to Erica De Niro, my girl Erica De Niro. Everybody is under the same programming, and some of us reject it, some of us, you know, go along with it. And a lot of these men go along with it because they enjoy the access to pussy. Point blank period. They enjoy the benefits of being able to take their shit out on women, okay? And so yeah, speaking of women and taking shit out on them, y'all hear Mike Epps and that dumb shit he said? This man said, before I die, it's a dream for me to treat a woman right. I just want to treat a woman right, because man, you gotta be right to these women. You know, don't cheat on them, lie, be respectful, you know, not be selfish. And it was just kind of like, this man was speaking about just simply treating a woman right as if it was some like nautical mermaid fairy experience or something. Like, I got a dream to treat a woman right. Like, you're not, like, it's not on you to do those things. And you know, he had a daughter, and he was like, you know, oh, you know, God, why don't you bless me with a daughter? You know, what have I done to not be blessed with a daughter? And his mother ended up passing away. And you know, as they say, like the old saying, you know, as you know, death goes, life comes in type situation. And so when he lost his mother, he found out, you know, he was having a son or whatever. And so it's just kind of like, first of all, you know, as a man, we're in that thing, you know, on that podcast or whatever it is, it's like, you know, when men are you know, blessed with daughters, they immediately view it as an osh moment, because now I gotta deal with the demons. I gotta deal with the demons, you know, that I have one within me when it comes to women and how I treat them. And two, you know, I now have to be worried about my daughter going out there and experiencing the men that I know are out there, because not only do I hang out with them, but I used to be one. That's the catch right there. You used to be one. Y'all used to be these niggas, okay? And then you have a daughter, and then you gotta look back at all the ways that you treated women, as Mike kept saying, you know, and lied to them, cheated on them, sold them dreams, wasted their time, okay? All of those things. Yeah. it honestly is quite disappointing, and that was honestly something I was thinking about too, as I have been in therapy. One of the things that I unfortunately came to the realization of is I was raised by my stepfather. I considered him my dad. I still am very much in contact with my biological father. It's just that my mom met my stepdad when I was like 2 or 3 years old, and we lived in Texas. And my mom did what they tell you're supposed to do, i.e. choose better, right? Because my mom grew up in New York in the 80s, the 70s and 80s. And so you can imagine, I was born in 95. So 80s and 90s, that time in New York, you can imagine what a time to be alive, okay? Because I was born in Queens, all right? So it was bumping in Queens in the 80s and 90s, all right? And my dad was a trap nigga, like for real, he was a trap dude. And my mom didn't want that life for me, to be worried about that, and so she left. My dad got locked up, she left, and moved to Virginia, met my stepdad, and the rest is history. And she decided, okay, I'm gonna do what they what the world tells you to do, i.e. choose better. My mom, she worked in the military, found her military man, okay, in the Marines, and moved to Texas. Had my 2 younger brothers, moved to Texas, and he grew up in the church. My stepdad went on to be a police officer. What they tell you is quote unquote better, right? Leave the hood and get you with the man that's quote unquote supposed to do you right. Grew up in the church, had mom and dad, a real job. He worked as a driver and then a police officer, went to school, college, all of those things, that they tell you choose better, right? But then what they don't tell you about the choose better, when you think you're getting better, it really ain't. Because at the end of the day, all the men are under the same programming, point blank period. And I sat there and had to have the realization in my therapy session that, damn, I got 2 men in my life, biological father and stepfather, and I wouldn't dare marry any nigga like either one of them. And so I get sick when I hear this situation of choose better, because it's like, there is no better. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, there is no better. And y'all say, where's the good men and all that type of stuff like that. And you look at, as men, look at all the men that you're surrounded with in your lives. How many of them are better? Like, let's be real. Not just the women, because women, we already know, we looking at already absentee ass daddies, and dudes that want to bust a nut, leave, and then have you as the baby mama they can come running back to. All the shits. And then the women who did it right, got married young, saved yourself for the husband, let him take charge, let him be the lead, all of those things, and still ended up with the same result. But that's crazy. Like, I feel like that. And so when I watch these videos of, the Corey Holcombs calling their own daughters bitches, and Mike Epps having a daughter and feel like, I got a dream to treat a woman right. It's just baffling to me. And that was just kind of like, I just really get sick, because it's always the conversation of women choose better. But when is the conversation going to change to how do we get men to be better? Like, seriously, how do we get men to be better? But as they love throwing in women's face, we'll be better when y'all stop accepting it. Well, it seems that y'all ain't really liking that either too, because the women's out here is choosing to be single, and the only reaction y'all is having to it is, well, you're going to be single and die alone with cats and dogs, and you're not going to have no man. So me waiting for a good man being single and saying, I'm not going to participate, as y'all say, take accountability. When we take accountability, we decide, okay, let's not participate in this no more. And instead of becoming better, okay, as y'all said, we'll be better when y'all stop, accepting that bad behavior. Instead of being better, y'all just threaten women and say, well, you're going to die alone. You just dumb shit. Like, men they be contradictory, but it was just so baffling. Everybody in the comments was like, you do know you married, right, Mike Epps? Like, you do know you married. So if you got a dream to treat a woman right, how you treating your wife right now? The wife that gave you 2 kids. Like, how you treating her right now if you talk, oh, I got a dream to treat a woman right in the future? What the actual fuck? And then you want to come back and be mad talking about, I was just saying stuff, I say stuff on the internet, he made me say it or some shit like that. It's like, now you a grown ass man and you can't even take accountability for what came out of your mouth, because when you hear this shit back, you realize what it sounds like. And it's like, too many times y'all want to change the context of the meeting. No, you meant exactly that. But I think a lot of times when men are faced with how not good of men, because a lot of men think they're good men out here. When a lot of men are faced with the fact that they really aren't the man that they thought they were, a lot of men like to think of themselves as good men because they don't act as terrible as the other men in their circles. But that still don't make you a good man. Just because you ain't out here, doing what your homeboy doing, circling between 3 women, got all 3 of them pregnant, bouncing from pillar to post, couch to couch, sucking up all their energy and air and stealing all their kids' fruit snacks, just because you feel like, well, I don't do that, that makes you a good man. No, it don't. Because until y'all quote-unquote good men start calling out the other ain't shit ones, y'all are a part of the problem too. A part of the fucking problem. That shit with Mike Epps, it just had me, it really made me just, I don't know, just introspect on my therapy session of just realizing, like, men have daughters and still, as they say, like, oh, like, y'all still don't get your shit together. It almost feels like, as a daughter, low-key, to being a sacrifice. Like, it really does feel that way. Like, follow me here for a second. Because at the end of the day, when you are a daughter, they say, okay, your first, ideal of what a man is supposed to be is your dad, right? So clearly we see what type of fathers are being made in the current patriarchy. So if these are the dads that are out here, and the dads that are involved, maybe somewhat involved in their daughter's life, the T.I.s, for example, the LeBron James, let me shake the table, the LeBron Jameses, okay? The Stevie J's, right? The ones that are in their daughter's life somewhat. Y'all are gonna be the one to hand off the marriage to another man who likely is like you, because you're the example, right? And so now here it is. Zonique, perfect example. Literally, quite literally, perfect example. T.I. all up in Zonique's life, right? Been together with Tiny, but still look at the nigga that Zonique picked. And it's like, quite literally, got a baby with a man who said the only reason he's there is basically because we got a baby together. He said I don't be staying with my kids' mamas like that. I never saw that growing up. And every question that she asked him, he always said, bitch, I'm only here because one, you Zonique, T.I.'s daughter, and we got a baby together. Like, for real, that's what he said. And imagine what she's dealing with behind the scenes. That nigga disrespectful, because he called the women all types of bitches and stuff in the video, right in front of the daughter. And so it's like, to be a daughter almost quite literally is like a sacrifice, because you are set up to be looking for a man who ain't shit and who don't want to do shit for you and doesn't have compassion and doesn't have a plan to not cheat on you. You know, both of my dads are cheaters. One of them a serial cheater. Okay? But I'm supposed to go out there and find a man that's better than that. But that's what I'm raised with, right? So we're only as women going to pick what we are conditioned to, right? And so therefore we are already set up from the get-go to be in relationships that do not serve us as daughters. But as a dad, you know, you hope that, you know, the man that your daughter pick is the right one, I guess you could say. But if we're going based off the type of man that you are, sir, it's not looking like there's a lot of luck. So I wonder what type of man Mike Epps' daughter is gonna pick when she gets older, because he still don't know how to treat a woman right. He said it. I can't wait till the day I just want to treat a woman right. And you married, my nigga, and you mad because you got that ass chewed up at the house. So that's what you said. I wonder what she's going through behind the scenes. Oh, Gia ass, Gia and DJ Envy ass, another one. And now it's even more offensive because bitch, you've been faking for 10 years. Then the guy made you come in 10 years, and he got the nerve to cheat on. Oh hell, oh, that had all the women pissed off. You on top of me and I gotta fake it, and you got the nerve to go out there and do that. I got 5 of your kids, and then daughters at that, right? But DJ Envy, you gon' how you gonna sit there and be able to tell the man that your daughter with, when she watched her mother deal with the shit that you put her through, right? I tell you, that video, Mike Epps, it triggered me, y'all. But that's it. I'm home. I went on a rant a little bit. This video is longer than I wanted. But nonetheless, you guys, appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all drop in the comments, tell me, what did y'all think about Mike Epps' video? Do y'all understand what I'm kind of saying? What I mean, like, as being a daughter almost feels like being a sacrifice. Like a setup. It literally almost feels like a setup. Christina Mackey, girl, we tried to tell you. And Draya, do y'all think Draya preyed upon that man? Is she a predator? Or was she just a woman who hit a lick and got lucky? Which one is it, y'all? I will see you next time. Deuces.